Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a second Kentucky child is being treated for a mysterious illness related to COVID-19. And we'll show you the role that contact tracing plays in helping prevent the spread of COVID-19. Plus, as record numbers of Kentuckians are applying for unemployment benefits, reports of scams targeting those people are on the rise.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Katie Cook. It is Wednesday, May the 13th, and the time is 6:01. Let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Brandon, yesterday it was so nice outside. I was able to get out and take a walk, but today, in my opinion, it's looking a little bit more like napping weather.
Yeah, exactly. I would definitely, if you go out to take a walk, take your umbrella with you and a jacket too. But yesterday actually ended up being nicer than I thought it was going to be. It got warmer than we expected, so that's okay. I don't think anybody will complain when it gets warmer than expected. This morning, though, yeah, the rain's back. Looking at line pinpoint Doppler radar, heavier bed coming in through parts of central Kentucky, but some scattered showers around the mountains this morning. So again, just take it easy out there. Some wet roads as we'll greet you as you head out the door. Thankfully, not too much in the way of fog just yet. Jones was down to 9 miles of visibility, but that's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. And temperatures, well, 40s to 30 or 39 to 50. That's basically the range. Most of us in the 40s there this morning. 50 in London, Jackson, Hazard, and 39 in Huntington, 44 Prestonsburg, 45 Harlan, and 46 in Somerset. That's a few degrees warmer than it was this time yesterday. Remember, we had a frost advisory out this time yesterday and broke a temperature record there. We'll talk more about that here in just a few minutes. But 56 is the forecast high today. Scattered showers, off and on the name of the game. Clear or dreary conditions with cloudy skies for the most part. And we see as we look toward the future, warming up starting tomorrow, but chances for scattered showers and storms will plague us as we head through the end of the week and the weekend. Katie?
All right, thank you, Brandon. Here in Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear announced 191 new cases of COVID-19. Health officials also confirmed 10 new deaths. So far, at least 6,853 Kentuckians have contracted the virus, and the death toll is now at 321. Now, 2,546 of those people have recovered. And a second Kentucky child is being treated for a mysterious illness related to COVID-19. The governor says the 16-year-old is in the hospital as a precaution. On Monday, we learned a 10-year-old boy was on a ventilator. The governor says that child is showing signs of improvement. Doctors are still trying to learn what's being called pediatric multisystem inflammatory syndrome. Dr. Stephen Stack addressed the concern yesterday.
A lot of these children are not presenting with respiratory infection symptoms. Some of them may have abdominal pain, or some of them may have more generalized symptoms, but not necessarily the respiratory symptoms that we're seeing in the adults. Quite a few of them apparently are testing negative for the nose test, but they test positive for antibodies, which is one of the oddities about this disease. It appears to cause an inflammation process after you've recovered from the initial infection.
Doctors say parents should look for symptoms like a prolonged high fever, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or a change in skin color. Experts say the illness can resemble Kawasaki syndrome. The first day of COVID-19 testing wrapped up last night at the Corbin Arena. This testing is through Kroger with their partnership with the state. Testing will continue today and tomorrow, and they can test 400 people each day. WYMT's Emily Bennett takes us through what to expect during the test.
This COVID-19 testing is a little different than other clinics.
They gave me through the window some information, like a little pamphlet, and then they led me to the next tent.
Corbin Mayor Susie Rasmus was one of the hundreds tested Tuesday at the Corbin Arena.
I'd never had a flu test before in my life. I've never stuck anything up my nose like that before, and I was really nervous about it. I really was.
The tests at Kroger sites are self-administered.
The nurse was right at the window talking me through exactly how far to go, a little bit further.
Doing the swab on yourself and then giving back the test.
Seal the vial, hand it through the window, roll your window up, and I was back down the hill in less than 15 minutes.
Whitley County health officials say part of the decision for people to swab themselves was because of the amount of personal protection equipment it takes.
I know it's something that Kroger's worked hard with the state and their partnership to make sure that they're, giving people really good instructions about how to do it correctly.
But Rasmus says it was simple.
It really wasn't. It wasn't bad at all.
Encouraging people to be tested to have more information about the virus in the region.
I think that that will help our governor feel more confident about opening back up.
Staying hopeful, this will soon just all be a bad dream. In Corbin, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
Testing will begin again this morning at 8:30 a.m. Most of the appointments were filled yesterday, but there are still hundreds available for the remaining dates. Health department staff are on the front lines of not just helping people who test positive for COVID-19, but finding those they came into contact with. And that's called tracing, and it's expected to ramp up even more now that testing is taking place. Each person who has had close contact for at least 10 minutes will need to quarantine for 14 days. In Anderson County, which has 9 confirmed cases, that has already led to 100 additional people asked to isolate. Workers at this clinic say they have worked hard, sometimes 7 days a week, for the past 2.5 months.
I have to say it's been very stressful. We've had a death here. Amanda and I worked pretty much nonstop. So it's been very stressful because it's home. It's our home. We live here. We know all these people.
The Anderson County Health Department director told us they have not had to force anyone into quarantine yet, but say the county attorney and first responders are ready if something like that happens. The Kentucky Blood Center is calling on anyone who can give to help their cause. With elective surgery starting back up, they are in desperate need of donations. The centers are still open weekdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can make an appointment by calling 800-775-2522 or by going online to kybloodcenter.org. A federal lawsuit filed against Governor Beshear claims the state is violating the First and 14th Amendments. The lawsuit points to restrictions on where people can protest on the Capitol grounds. Parts of the Capitol were blocked off after a protest last month. The lawsuit says another Capitol protest is being planned for May 23rd. We have a consumer alert to pass along to you this morning. A Kentucky woman says she nearly fell for a scam while helping her son file for unemployment benefits. Robbie Taylor says she found a toll-free number on Kentucky.gov to get help, but she says the person who answered told her she won a gift card and just needed to give her credit card information. The Better Business Bureau says the same number has appeared on 11 other websites, including USA.gov and the EPA's website. Stage Stores, which owns the Peebles, Goodies, and Gordman's department store chains, joined those filing for bankruptcy protection this week. The company said it is searching for a buyer, but plans to begin liquidating its stores are as early as Friday. The retailer owns 738 stores in small towns and rural areas in 42 states. We pointed out some of the locations in our area on this map. Not long before the pandemic hit, several new Gordman stores opened across eastern Kentucky, and there are reports JCPenney could also file for bankruptcy soon, and analysts fear others will follow. And because of the pandemic, Steak 'n Shake is poised to close dozens of restaurants. The chain's parent company announced Monday that 57 of its locations will close permanently. As of now, it's unclear which ones will close. Steak 'n Shake started 2020 with 553 restaurants. Last year, it had 624, with a few of those in eastern Kentucky. And many businesses are preparing to reopen, but one Pikeville favorite, the Blue Raven, will not be one of them. After 9 years of serving the area, owner Matt Corbin posted the news of the restaurant's closing to its Facebook page on Saturday. He said he and his wife have been thinking about leaving the business, and the pandemic served as the exit sign they needed. Graduating college seniors face an uncertain job market. The pandemic has pushed unemployment to nearly 15%, and it's the worst the country has seen since the Great Depression. Hiring experts say seniors should look at industries that are still hiring, including supply and production. One soon-to-be Eastern Kentucky University graduate says she is keeping her options open.
Told your whole life that getting a college degree means or assures that you're going to get a job after college. You know, you're told that it makes you different, that it makes you stand out, that you're going to make more money than others.
At UK's Career Center, they've been busy reaching out to students. They are offering virtual meetings to students who need help. And Goodwill is set to reopen. They closed in March in the midst of the pandemic. All 66 retail stores and donation centers will begin operating under normal business hours next Wednesday. Roughly 1,000 of the organization's 1,700 employees were furloughed. More than 90% of employees will also be allowed to return to work.
Well, here at 6:11 on this Wednesday morning, some scattered showers continue to plague the area. We've got a pretty good line moving into basically central Kentucky that's going to cross I-75 here in a little bit and move into parts of our area. But again, it's just back and forth all day long. Conditions this morning, a little bit on the cooler side, but not as chilly as it has been. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s for most of us this morning, so not too bad overall. We take a look at our emoji cast. Gloomy skies today with chances for scattered showers off and on. Warmer, but a stray chance for a passing shower can't be ruled out tomorrow, and sunny clouds on your Friday with scattered chances for showers and storms. Katie?
Alrighty, well, thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way next. Coming up, loved ones of those held at the Federal Medical Center in Lexington are concerned after more than 150 people there tested positive for the virus.